Just 1 minute silent and a minute prayer for the so-called visa agent. I mean the African visa agent. Those involved in frustrating their fellow human being in the name of visa agent. My name is Omekan Naibu. Onacheka Village. Today I want to talk about people without conscience and people that never believe that there is God and people that never believe there is also karma in everything they do. I have received a whole number of calls and SMS telling me about how they ended up in various countries as a result of those so-called visa agents. See, I want to tell you something today. If you are involved, if you are in any way involved in sending people to different countries in the name of visa agent, please listen. Probably what you want from them is their money. You just want to collect the money from them. You don't even care anymore where they ended up. But I want to tell you something. Do you realize or do you also understand that people went through a lot to raise those money they gave you? Do you also know, do you also understand that majority traveled with their last kobo, their last cent? I mean, the last money they have, their last hope. But because of the belief and because of the trust they have in you, so they believed whatsoever you told them. So they released those money to you. Probably they gave you those money to process a visa for them. Some truly are ignorant of the country they are going to. But you that thinks you knows it more, you know better than them. Why not tell them the truth? Why not educate them? Because sometimes I ask those people claiming to be visa agents, are you in your country of glory? Are you in your comfort country? If you can easily make visa for someone to travel like you claim to Western countries, to Western world, to Europe, America, Canada, and so on and so forth, what stops you from taking that steps? What stops you from moving? Are you comfortable in that country you are? For example, Nigeria. Is things really working for you? How come you knows everything about the country you are claiming that when they get to that country, everything will be perfect? That everything will be paradise for them? Do you really know well about the country? If you know well and you have those contacts and connections, your younger brothers and sisters are still in that the same country, Africa, Nigeria. Why can't you send them there? How can you be in Nigeria and you are telling someone that when you get to this place I'm sending you, within 6 months, you make times 3 or 4 of the money being spent to process those visas for you? What stops you from being rich? You as a visa agent. What stops you from taking that bold steps and travel? Some sold their ancestors' land. I don't know if you understand what it means. In Igbo, they call it Alobi. Alobi means the only portion of land where your ancestors, your great-great-grandfathers, your Ndiche and Ndegede have assigned that this is where you put a structure to live, where Ndemo and Ndemado have witnessed that this is your own inheritance. And some went that far in selling those property just because they believe in you and they trusted you. They gave you those money, hoping that probably you send them to Canada, Australia, America, Europe like Germany, France, Finland, Sweden, Norway, Denmark, Hungary, Switzerland, Greece, and so on and so forth. But you ended up sending them to Libya, Morocco, Dubai, Bahrain, Qatar, and so on and so forth. You changed their plan at the middle of processing those so-called visa. Because you know too well you have no contact of those countries. You promised those guys. But you also understand that at the end of the day, this is the country these people will end up. And you send them to that country. And now they are in the midst of going back, no. Going forward, no. They are stuck. And you are happy in Nigeria, throwing those cash in every event they invited you, spreading those cash, carrying all manner of women for a date, enjoying your life, and someone is in Qatar suffering because of you, and someone is in Dubai crying for help because of you, and someone is in Libya dying, starving because of you. And I ask again, where is your conscience? Some even went that far to borrow money to make this move. Now they don't even know how to balance or how to pay back. In what they can never imagine finding themselves doing, some did it just to raise the money. Some collected things that never belongs to them and money that never belongs to them. Some took a whole number of cash being entrusted in their own hand. Maybe association money, congregations money, meetings money, clubs money, just to make that move, believing within 6 months, like you told them, that they will get the money in double fold. And maybe probably when they are paying back, they will apologize and pay back, probably with interest. But now, they are being stuck in the middle of nowhere. Some make those moves now, their family can't even reach them. They can't even contact their family anymore. Some ended up even not surviving those trips. And you are in Nigeria enjoying. And I want to tell people, see, before you make any move, ask yourself, do you know in those Western countries you wanted to go or you want to travel to, if the citizen of those countries want to travel to Nigeria, they don't pay money to any agent. There is nothing like agent or visa agent. So what am I saying? You can do those things yourself. For example, if you want to travel to Sweden, go to their website, Google about the embassy, Google about the requirements. For sure, you know the kind of visa you are planning to or you are applying for. Is it a tourist visa, business visa, visiting visa, spouse visa, and so on and so forth? Google it, study them. Then you will find out what you are required of. Those requirements they need or they needed from you. You don't need to pay anybody a dime. Why wasting your money? Why can't we wake up? Why giving people money? I know those so-called agents now will not like this post, but I pray you hearing my voice today to share this post for them to hear and for them to understand that majority of people that lost their lives are as a result of agent or visa agent. You can do this yourself. When you go to the website, you study it. Probably if you have a contact of someone living in that country, your dream so-called country, get in contact with the person. Communicate with the person there. And I pray let the person tell you the truth. Everything about it. I can probably tell you about the country I am into, but I cannot tell you the country I'm not. So, for example, you don't call me and be asking me about Germany because I don't live in Germany. You don't call me and be asking me about UK, asking me about Finland, or asking me about Hungary, Greece, because I don't stay there. So I can probably tell you the country I stay, and I can educate you about the country. In case you're missing it somehow, and you need to be carried along, you try to contact the person. So please, stop wasting your money and stop risking your life. Because millions of Africans and Nigerians plan to travel to a Western country, at least country that have human rights, Western country like Europe. But today they ended up in Malaysia, like most of them called me to explain their own part of the story. Some ended up in Libya, some are in Morocco today, some are in Senegal today. I am not saying those African countries or wherever they find themselves is not a country, no. But do you know what it means? You ended up in a country you never even dreamed of. You ended up in a country you never even think of. It will never be easy. Of course, it's not easy anyway. But please, what I'm saying today is those agents should withdraw and should stop frustrating people's life because you don't know what people went through to raise the money they gave you. And you also, as a traveler, don't waste your money in the name of so-called visa agent. You can do it. Believe you me, Omekan Naibo is telling you that you can do it. Study it. Everything about visa concerning Sweden. I can send you the link. You go to their website and study. Find out those requirements. Find out the things you can do and the things you cannot do. Then communicate with the person in that country. Let the person carry you along and let the person educate you more. Because I don't know why someone will be in Nigeria and promise you when you get to Sweden, there is a work waiting for you. There is a job waiting for you. And I ask you, do you think you are the only one that has that profession? So in the whole of so-called Sweden, they will not find someone that can do that thing. So they will not be waiting for you to come from Nigeria so that they can give you the job and give you accommodation and so on and so forth. Really? Are you kidding me? So you think if they can't find whatsoever you think you have, the skills you have, the knowledge you think you have from Nigeria or from Africa, you think there is no one that has it here in Sweden for them to deceive you? My brother, think twice. Think twice. Which simply means when you lose your money, you find it difficult to get it back. Thank you very much. Remain blessed. My name is Omekan Naibo. Onitsha village, Owufu. Owufu got everybody will be okay.